10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello student, good evening to all of you. Wait just 1 minute. Hello. Connected. Hello. Connect. Now is it okay? I think now it's okay. Voice. આનું અનુ થાય છે. Okay, now before we go ahead in our chapter number 6, let me repeat what we have studied so far. Okay, so in chapter number 6, lines and angles, we have just introduction about the chapter, how important lines, two different lines, intersecting lines and angles, and basic terms and definition, line segment, length, rays and line, and then collinear point, non-collinear point, and the arms of angle, vertex of the angle, acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, and these are figures of different types of angles. See, this is acute angle at exactly 90 degree, right angle, 180 degree, obtuse angle, and straight angle, and then reflex angle, complementary angle, supplementary angle, adjacent angle. What is common arm and common vertex? I have explained here in this figure. Okay, these all we have studied so far. Linear pair of angles, common vertex, common sides and non-common sides makes a straight line. Some students message me that आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Now is it okay? Reply me please. Is it okay now? अभी आवाज ओके आ रही है? Vertical opposite angles, intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines, reply me please all students that my आवाज is clearly received to you. मेरी आवाज अच्छी तरह से आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही है? Because some student message me that आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है. Intersecting lines, non-intersecting lines, that means parallel lines, the distance between two parallel lines, and complementary angle, supplementary angle, adjacent angle, and linear pair of angles. So exam 6.1, exam 6.2, theorem 6.1, and theorem is with proof that what says the theorem? If two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal, and we have given proof of this theorem. Then example and then solution of that example, exercise number 6.1. Okay, it's okay, we have done parallel lines and transversal. Okay, corresponding lines, corresponding angles, alternative interior angle, alternative exterior angle, and interior angles on the same side of the transversal, allied angles or consecutive interior angles or co-interior angles. Okay, so far we have studied. Then exam 6.3, okay, completed. And exam 6.4 also completed. Okay, okay, and then we have also discussed about theorem number 6.2. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternative interior angles is equal. Okay, 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 here. So at last, see here in this board, this is the last thing of our last period, and we have also given you homework also, you can see here. Okay, so Okay, now start our theorem number 6.3, that if a transversal intersect two lines such that a parallel alternative interior angles, pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then two lines are parallel. These two lines L and M, this is transversal, L is transversal of these two lines M and N. So what says theorem number 6.3, if a transversal intersect two lines such that pair of alternate interior angles, so this angle and this angle both equal, and similarly this angle and this angle, so say it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, so angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4 if then two lines are parallel. Okay, then M and N are parallel, and same in similar way you can obtain the following two theorems related to interior angles. Okay, so if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Okay, so this is what says theorem number 6.3. This is 6.3. What says 6.2? Remember, what says 6.2? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternative angles is equal. So, if M and N say here what says 6.2, 1, this is 6.2. If M and N both are parallel lines and L is transversal of these lines, then angle 1, 3, that means interior alternative angles, and angle 2 and 4 are equal, and vice versa. If angle 1 and 3, 2 and 4, that means interior alternative angles are equal, then two lines M and L are parallel. Okay, so what says theorem number 6.4? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal is supplementary angles. Okay. What say theorem number 6.4. L is transversal, M and N are parallel, then angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180, angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to 180. This is 6.4. This is theorem number 6.4. That means M and N both are parallel line. L is the transversal of these lines. Then angle 1, angle 4, that means interior angles on the same side of transversal. Interior angles of the same side of the transversal. Okay, I can't understand what is the problem with some students, that they message me that voice is not clear, isn't it? I think there is no problem today with voice. I think it is clear enough. Okay, so this is theorem number 6.4, and 6.5 is the vice versa. So if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So what says 6.5? What says 6.5? If this, then M and N is parallel. This is 6.5. If L is transversal of lines M and N, so then we can say that M and N both are parallel lines. So this is 6.5. So you may recall that you have verified all the above axioms and theorems in earlier classes through activities. You may repeat those activities here also. And now new point, lines parallel to the same lines. Lines parallel to the same lines. So if two lines are parallel to the same line, will they be parallel to each other? So let us check it. See in the given figure that M and L both lines are parallel, N and L both lines are parallel, and let us draw a transversal T for that. Okay, so see this figure. Okay, three lines L, M, T. N is parallel to L, M is parallel to L, T is the transversal of these three lines. So then whether M and N are parallel or not. Okay, so see here. and then T is transverse. What we have given that M is parallel to L, N is parallel to L, and this is the question: is M and N are parallel? This is the question. I think now you understand. This is parallel to L, this is parallel to L. Then what about these two lines? Okay, so now see here. Let me write number 1, 2 and 3. Angle 1 and 2 both are equal because of corresponding angles axiom. Angle 1 and 3 both are equal because of corresponding angles, and so 2 and 3 are corresponding angles. Okay, because right hand side are equal. Therefore, M and N, we can say that M and N both are equal. So, converse of corresponding angle axioms. So, this result can be stated like this here: 6.6 lines which are parallel to same lines are parallel to each other. Lines which are parallel to same line are parallel to each other. Let me explain you again. Let me explain you here again that L and M are parallel. Therefore, this angle and this angle, angle 1 and angle 3 are equal. M and L are parallel. That means angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, and therefore from these two results we can write that angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, and if these are equal, then we can say that M and N, and therefore M and N are parallel lines. And this is the theorem: lines which are parallel to the same lines are parallel to each other. So without proof, this is theorem. So the property above can be extended more than two lines also. Okay, now exercise number, here is exercise number 6.3, 6.2. Okay, so open your textbook and see page number, let me see you, open your textbook and see, okay, page number 103, page number 103. Okay, in the given figure, find the value. See figure in your textbook on page number 103, figure number 6.28. In the given figure, find the value of x and y, and then show that AB and CD are parallel. Okay, so this is the figure. Okay, first draw this figure in your notebook. I am also drawing here same. Draw in your notebook. Okay, now it is ready here. What we have to find? X and Y, AB and CD are parallel. X and Y. Okay, so it's very easy to find out X and Y. So this angle and this angle is vertical opposite angle. So it is clear that Y is equal to 130. See here, this is 130 and this is Y, but both are opposite vertical angles. If this is 130, then this is also 130. That means Y is 130, and X is also 130 because of these are alternate interior angles, or from here you can see that this is 50, so this is X is 130 because linear pair of angles. So sum of linear pair of angles 50 degree plus X is equal to 180. Therefore X is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree. Therefore X is equal to 130 degree. Okay, this is the right one. And this X and Y are alternate interior angles, and if alternate interior angles are equal, if X and Y are equal, therefore line AB and CD are parallel. See here, we have already studied 6.3. If a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. So with this we can say that these two lines are parallel. Try to understand, or if you have any problem, ask me. Again, let me repeat it. This is vertical opposite angle, so this is 130, therefore Y is equal to 130. Vertical opposite angles. And this is linear pair of angles. So sum of linear pair of angles are 180. So 50 plus X is equal to 180, therefore X is equal to 130. So if X is 130, X is 130, Y is also 130, then that means X and Y both are equal. If X and Y is opposite interior angles. Now see here, example number 2. In the given figure, AB and CD are parallel, CD and EF are parallel, Y and Z, ratio of Y and Z is 3 divided by 7, find X. Okay. See here figure. and draw in your notebook. Okay, I am drawing here. Draw in your notebook this figure. I am also drawing here. Okay. What we have given, AB and CD are parallel, CD and EF are parallel. So, okay, now see here, this is Y, therefore this is also Y. So, angle point, okay, not written here. Okay, let me explain it. This is Y, then this is also Y, because of vertical opposite angles are equal. And now see here, for line CD and EF, Y and Z are interior angles of the same side of transversal. So, angle Y plus angle Z is equal to 180. But what we have given that Y ratio of Y and Z, therefore Y divided by 3 is equal to Z divided by 3 is equal to, say, K, something K. Therefore Y is equal to 3K and Z is equal to 7K. Therefore Y plus Z is equal to 3K plus 7K, that means 10K. Now say this is first, say this result is second. From first and second, you can compare that 10K is equal to 180, therefore K is equal to 18. Put the value of K here, therefore Y is equal to 54 and Z is equal to 126. Now for these two lines, X and Y are interior angles of the same side of the transversal, x and y. So x and y is sum of x and y is also 180. We know x, so therefore x is equal to 126. So this is 126, this is 126, and this is 54, and this is 54. Note down. So again let me repeat, y is here. So these two angles are vertical opposite angles, that means equal. If this angle is y, then this is also y. Y and z ratio is given here, but these angles y and z are interior angles of the same side of the transversal. That means y and z are, sum of y and z is 180, and here is given 3 all 7. Y divided by 3, z divided by 7 is equal to k. Y is equal to 3k, z is equal to 7k, y plus z is equal to 7k plus 3k, 10k. Find out k, put the value of k in the given equation, y is equal to 3k. We have 54 and 126, and from this x plus y is equal to 180, we can find value of x. So okay, so let me end up here our period, and we will go ahead example number 3 and 4 in our next period. Okay, till then all of you, goodbye. Okay student, goodbye to all of you.